So this is Babel for Extra Large DnB interviewing the Super TC Izlam.
Peace. What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up, Extra Large? It's cracking.
Alright, man. We got 5 questions. Where are you from?
East Coast, New York City, tri-state area. Was born in Connecticut. Grew up between Connecticut and New York. You know, the whole tri-state. So I'm what you call like a true tri-stater. You know what I mean? Because, you know, once you live, like, you know, people say what part of New York you from or what part of, like, the tri-state you from. If you lived all over that motherfucker, you just from the tri-state. You know what I mean? So I'm what you call East Coast, New York City, and it's most purest, sometimes, at times, most entertaining, sarcastic way, you know what I mean? But it's all love, man. It's all hip-step love, all Zulu love.
Word. Alright, how did you get into jungle drum and bass?
Well, I didn't get into it, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's being considered one of the pioneers, you know what I'm saying, the voice of American jungle DnB from the beginning, and like a real, you know, evolved becoming a real drum and bass artist, you know what I'm saying, you know, like, you know, see labels, you know what I mean, and like, you know, per diems and tours, you know, just putting that out there for like a lot of cats who don't understand, like, you know, the levels you can go and should be going, you know what I mean, instead of sitting on your drink ticket asses, you know what I'm saying, you know, we gotta push the sound, man, push the culture. But you know, jungle to me, you know, it's like it ain't nothing new. And I grew up in the concrete jungle, you know what I mean? So, you know, being that, you know, I'm also you know, from the Zulu Nation, and you know, the 4th son of Bambaataa, you know what I'm saying? I am what you call a tri-state young hip hop breakbeat legend. And then, you know, my whole career like reinvented itself somehow and went deep into the breakbeat. I'm what you call breakbeat junkie master. You know, I'm the epitome of a breakbeat. I love beats. I've always loved beats. You know, I was grew up as a young percussionist. You know what I'm saying? Did all that. You know what I mean? Was you know, cats as like, you know, from the pause button tapes of like the 80s and all that, you know what I'm saying, you know, and the whole splicing era and the whole breakbeat era. I'm like, you know, I'm what you call like straight out of New York City club culture.
But
and you know, when I heard like, you know, what they was calling like acid house jungle, you know, back in like the early, like late 80s, like that, because it was like ragamuffin, like doing like the whole ragamuffin hip hop, you know what I'm saying, you know, because like New York is like very experimental, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, like New York, Chicago, it's very, very underground, it's very, very experimental, you know what I mean, and so when I'm hearing this, like, you know, I'm hearing this breakbeat, I'm hearing the Amen breakbeat sped up, you know what I'm saying, and we were doing that like back in like the mid 80s, man, late 80s, speeding that up, man, like that was like a DJ trick, like, you know, like Grandmaster Flash and them would like speed the like Amen breakbeat up, then like as a DJ trick would speed it up and be cutting and scratching it, you know what I'm saying, like beat juggling it, like, you know what I'm saying. So when I heard that, like, you know, with like the reggae, like the dub bass line like that, and like sped up, I was on some soul house, you know what I mean, because, you know, we all know, like, you know, a house and like, you know, techno come out of, you know, that's our Chi-Town, Detroit, you know, for y'all that really don't know your education to it, like, you know, why you know, you see like the whole lineage of like my brother Africa Baby Band from the Jungle Brothers, you know, boom, the father of the hip house. You know what I'm saying? Which is like, you know, I love my hip house. You know, I'm a hip house head, and I'm a Chicago like jack your body head. You know, jack house head. You know, jack your body, jack your body. You know what I'm saying? Come on, you know, I'll take it there, you baby. You know what I mean? And then like, you know, we were doing like, you know, when cats was like rocking NASA back in New York in the early 90s, there was another side that was rocking some real shit, and that was like the reggae side, you know, of the underground and like the hip hop, you know, side of it, you know what I mean? And I just chose to like wanted to follow the break beat, so I was actually DJing and MCing like early jungle, but there was no market for it. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, man, you can't. What you gonna do? You know what I mean? It's like DJs, MCs, and like producers produce back then. So, shit, motherfucker had to keep a job and shit. You know what I mean? So, and you know, so I decided to like go my own direction. You know what I'm saying? Because you know I saw like a lot of bullshit hateration. You know what I mean? In the scene, early in the scene, with a lot of like, you know. I want to keep it real too, cause this ain't no like, I'm not angry or nothing. This is just straight truth. You know what I mean? There's a lot of bitch ass motherfuckers in this scene back then. You know what I mean? And they were trying to like, you know. I'm like, look, man, you know, I ain't seeing the cool white people. I ain't seeing the cool black people, the yellow people, the Spanish people. I'm seeing a bunch of like corny, nerdy motherfuckers and shit. You know what I mean? That ain't even from my country and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and this is New York City, and so you know, Concrete Jungle, you know, what was that place, man, where it's like allied ground, man. And like me and my crew, you know, we kept it like, you know, we kept Concrete Jungle, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes like that. We kept it clean like that. Even though it got dirty, you know what I'm saying, the hip step Zulus, you know, they kept it clean like that. And can't nobody deny that, you know what I mean? And it was those that like, you know, that the bitch ass motherfuckers would look down their nose on, you know what I mean, because they thought they're better than these people, but don't even know that these are the most creative and most dynamic people that you'll ever meet coming about this scene. And one day you're gonna see their talent, you're gonna see their creations, you're gonna see their heart, you're gonna see their love, you know. And I chose to embrace those who are called the renegades and the rebels, the nobodies, you know what I'm saying, those are the troublemakers, and those are the vibe killers. I'm sorry that we was killing y'all vibe like sniffing K and cracking out and all that back in the day, and that we just wanted to entertain y'all because that's what we do, you know what I mean? And you can check the lineage, you know what I'm saying? That's why I'm here. So you know, me and Soul Slinger met, we wasn't even thinking about like we the first America's first jungle crew and all that. I wasn't even thinking like that. I was like, yo, we just liked each other's style, and we always got together. It always brought out some like, you know, some hip hop jungleists, some straight, you know, New York, Brazil, you know, and we going in a different direction with it. And even when cats had started CD Fuck Jungle, you know what I mean? You know, that cats are like, you know, they were dick riding too much, man. You know what I mean? And that's why, like, you know, big up to my second home, like, you know, America's my hip hop breakbeat birth home, you know what I'm saying? And New York, my foundation, but you know, the UK is my jungle drum and bass home, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, that's where, like, you know, it's really crazy that you from America and like all these cats in the UK, that the American cats who like suck their cocks and shit, you know what I'm saying? These is my family over there. These is cats I've toured with. These is cats I've gotten paid with. These is cats that's like, you know, just like sitting here right now. You know, I can kind of like, you know, shed a tear of like how much I miss these cats. You know what I mean? And like, you know, and to be like a legend in my own country and a legend in the home of jungle drum and bass and breaks, and to also like, you know, walk away with like, you know, the 2004 UK Breakbeat Award with Crafty Cuts, man. That's like not even for me, man. That's like, you know, something for the youth in the scene to see that like TC Izlam came from this scene here and managed to get up off his ass and start a movement off his style, which is all about stepping forward, you know what I mean? Hip stepping, yo, just step your life up, step it up, you know what I mean? And every hip stepper got a story to tell, and you know, and hip step does run this scene and been running this scene for a very long time, you know what I mean? Because it's all about culture. Somebody had to keep the culture in this scene alive, yo, you know what I mean? And I feel like I'm very much part of that culture, is that voice, and have made a mark to be that voice, and to be a very positive voice, and to some a negative voice. But ones who think that TC Izlam's voice has been negative, y'all still owe me money, man. But yo, it's all good, man. Let that go, move forward, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, shame cat owe you money and talk shit about you on the internet. I see that. Ooh. But at the end of the day, man, you know, for like to bring the whole hip step you know, to bring the whole hip step, here you go, man, smoking the TC, man. You know, bring the whole hip step back home to Zulu Nation as a chapter.